Hey there. Have you ever been bullied either in person or online and it has affected you in some kind of way? Let's talk about it. uh, my name is Lori. On my channel, I have decided on a focus. I am talking about wellness, all things wellness. So that includes things that are good and things that are not good, and just overall trying to be your best self. So for me, I have had an ongoing battle with being bullied for many different reasons. Growing up, I had a lot of bullies in my elementary school that I was at. And, a lot of times words stick with you, even when you say that they don't, they still do, and sometimes things will pop up and those memories will come back because somebody else said something or whatever, and there can be a whole ripple effect of negativity that can happen from one simple statement. I am here to talk with you about it, so I figure as I talk about my own bullying stories, I'll maybe like get ready or something, like try and make myself feel good, because I got a pretty rude hate comment yesterday on one of my videos. And yeah, it took me back. It took me back to a time in my life where I was bullied every day. I figure maybe I'll just do my hair. So when I do my hair, I always just feel better. I quickly just use my blow dry brush. The comment I got yesterday was on a YouTube short that was like 7 seconds long. And it was someone saying, she looks like she eats 20 burgers a day and she looks like a soggy burrito. So, I mean, the intelligence level of the insults were pretty low, but they still got me. Still, I was in tears and I was upset and I was hurt. And I believe the reason why it hurt was because it took me right back to elementary school, where I was bullied for being, again, I was overweight, and I was the poor kid in school. So, my family didn't, or my mom didn't have any money. We were on welfare. I didn't have any, fancy name brand clothes like Nike or Adidas or whatever. And I lived in a suburb where the kids had parents that had jobs and money and they could afford nice things. And, I, it was hard. It was hard to fit in. My mom is physically handicapped as well, so she can't drive or walk places. So she had one of those like electric scooter things, and she wanted to drive me to school all the time. So I would ride on the back of her scooter, and that was her giving me a ride to school. But a lot of the kids at that school would make fun of me, and some of them wouldn't do it to my face, but I would definitely hear them, on the playground or whatever, if they didn't realize that I was around. And, it hurt. And I remember one time there was like a food drive at my school, and it was like bring a can of food for like needy families in the neighborhood. And so I brought a can. I was excited. I was like, oh, I can help somebody. I had a can of, I don't know what it was, probably some sort of bean. And I took it and I was proud. And then like a week later, this pamphlet came out and it said the list of all of the family names of the families that were getting the donations. And my mom and stuff, we were on that list. And it was embarrassing. And not because, like, I was embarrassed to be like the poor kid in school, but I was embarrassed because I was excited to bring something for this drive, and it was going to people. It was literally going to me, and I don't know. Kids can be cruel. I remember being teased for a while that I was the needy. I was one of the needy families, and it just sucked because I believe that these programs are so important. These food drives, I try and donate to so many different things when I can, and I don't think that it's right to put the names of families or let people know who is getting these things, because it can be very hurtful for the people that might get bullied because their family is in need. Um, oh yeah, I said I was gonna keep doing my hair. I remember one time specifically in high school when I was being bullied at my first high school in North Delta. And I was bullied by a fairly large group of people. And I had to have surgery on one of my breasts. I had a cyst in one of my breasts, and I didn't have too many friends, but word got out. Word got out that I was having this surgery on my chest, and I came back to school, and on my locker, in big black lettering, it said "breast cancer girl," and at the time I didn't know if I had breast cancer or not. But I sure hoped that I didn't. And oh, that one stung, and it stings now because my mom has breast cancer. My grandma had breast cancer. So, being called breast cancer girl still bothers me because there's a chance that I could also have it one day. So, um, oh my god, there's many other stories that I could tell you. I was only in that high school for about 2 months. And I couldn't do, I ended up having a really hard time, and I didn't actually want to. I didn't know if I was gonna want to live the rest of my life, and contemplated some things and tried a couple things because I didn't know if I just could handle more. And anyways, I ended up calling my dad at the time, who was living in Vancouver, and I said, I can't live here anymore. I couldn't be with my mom anymore, and I couldn't handle being in school anymore. And I said to him, can I please come and live with you? And if you don't want me to, that's okay, but I'm going to go and live under a tree because I didn't know what else to do with my life. And it took him a week to decide. And he said I could come and live there. And I lived on a couch. I lived on his couch for the first 2 years of my next high school in Vancouver. And it was the best. It was my Vancouver school was so different. There was no bullying. Everybody just seemed to get along, and there wasn't even any cliques. There wasn't like the jocks and, the nerds or whatever. It was like everybody just sort of had their things, and it was always multiple of things. It felt really good to be there. People wanted to know about me, and it was so nice, and it felt so good to feel somewhere it was so nice to be somewhere where there wasn't this, we're all up here and you're down here, and we're all gonna make you feel like this big. And yeah, so anyways, I could go on about this for a long time. I have so many other stories, but if you're reading this and you think about making a comment to a stranger online because you don't like the way they look or they say something that you don't agree with, just keep it to yourself. Tell a friend of yours, somebody who might share your opinion, but you don't need to tell that person. You don't always have to share your opinion with people, especially if they're hurtful. I just want to say that I have a very large community of people that support me and all of my weirdness, and I have so many followers and subscribers that just lift me up so much, and they'll never know. Like, I wish I could tell all of you watching these videos how much you mean to me. But until I can do that and whatever, just know that I'm over here in my house and I'm rooting for you. And I hope that you don't feel alone in this world. So, on that note, make sure you like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. That would be awesome. I am so blessed to have this platform and to be able to share these things with you. So, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.